Hi, everyone. Today I am listening to the Patreon poll winner from last week. That is Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight from 1981. Now, this is not my first time hearing Phil Collins, as those of you on Patreon and who follow me know. I have listened to not only a few Genesis, but also Phil Collins' Another Day in Paradise just recently. So I understand that this song, In the Air Tonight, is his debut solo single, and that it remains one of his best-known hits, often cited as his signature song. So it's a big one, and one worthy of my attention. Kind of eerie sounding. Like there's some sort of
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord.
somehow with this title, I had something completely different in mind. In the Air Tonight. Is that what it is? In the Air Tonight. I had to double check because somehow I thought maybe it's because there's this common phrase, love is in the air. I had this idea that it would maybe be some passionate, intense, steamy, I don't know, just, I didn't even think that I had some sort of preconception about the song, but I realized as I'm listening to it, this is going somewhere completely different than I expected. So, a bit of a surprise and kind of fun too. Let's see what happens.
Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord.
Is that bomb? Kind of like some sort of doom, some menacing element. And then there's the drum pattern, which somehow the way the drums are going makes me feel like there's a sort of ticking time bomb even, which changes the whole meaning or atmosphere of this. I can feel it coming in the air tonight, oh Lord. Let's see, I've been waiting for this moment all my life, oh Lord. This is not about falling in love or at all, is it? This is something different. A little bit of organ in there. Okay.
I don't know if you know who I am. I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you could wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord.
I like the way.
Waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
noticing the voices there. So, right. It's not just the music. I started looking through the lyrics as I was hearing what's happening, and I just had to scan and see, okay, this is no wonder the music is sounding like this. Okay. Making a little more sense. Karma, anyone? In fact, maybe it's funny with this black and white video clip setup here, just the face set in blackness all around. I suddenly had this flashback to Queen. And of course, then it made me think of Death on Two Legs, which is a whole different attitude and style, of course, not anything like this. But I feel like this is maybe another side of the coin of, oh, you got your sweet dessert coming, and I'm just going to stand and watch it happen.
The album's title is Face Value.
Face value? Interesting.
And the artwork, the cover, it's that face of his black and white.
Okay. But the way he's singing, so calm, so detached. And there's a certain quality of even, I wouldn't say just calm, there's a sort of peacefulness about it. It's not cold. When I say detached, at least when I think of detachment, I think of a sort of cold, non-feeling quality, you don't really have a lot of emotional activity. But this is different. What's that saying? Revenge is best served cold, or something like that. This sounds like something like that. But these harmonies here, the way the voices are. And there's dun. Okay, that was interesting. So I'm noticing also every once in a while there's this really intense, rapid surge, crescendo through the harmonizing voices, like when they sang we ever met, and then it's cut off so sharply, and it feels like maybe the feeling of excitement, a sort of surge of satisfaction that your just desserts are coming, and then we somehow feel like, okay, I really shouldn't be too excited about somebody meeting whatever they're meeting because it's obviously not nice, to put it in a very bland, understated way. And but there are these sudden bursts that want to turn into a celebratory volcano, and then cut it off. No, don't go there. And then I also saw this, which was kind of nice, where it gave me an idea about this echoing that happens from time to time in the music, which I didn't have until I saw this, but I like this idea. Watching the video clip here, this met, and you see this door opening here, met, and it's a sort of on repeat, as if memory is replaying certain specific monumentally life-changing moments in the past, as if the opening of that door somehow is a something that's replaying in the memory, and on the other side of the door, or the opening of that door, triggered a whole or revealed a whole sequence of events that were so life-changing, worldview changing, view of this person changing, and so the idea of this echo, met, which I've heard a bit earlier in the song as well, it becomes more than just, okay, an interesting little technique that gives a little bit of variety and color to the music, a different texture there. It becomes something really meaningful and significant in the way the music is formed to convey these ideas. And still we have this drum continuing. And this spacey organ synth. There, another surge of the. Ooh! That's the bass coming in. Love the way. I'm not going to interrupt this because it's building such intensity. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Woo! That was really something at the end there. I'm going to go back and listen to that ending again, because there were things that I wanted to say, and yet I hated to interrupt it because it was building this progression of intensity and power so in such a riveting way. I just didn't want to interrupt it there. In fact, it makes me think back, quite a ways back in this journey, actually. It's been a while since I've heard a piece of music that has such an incredibly well-paced, unrelenting build-up that simply refuses to let go. And we're forced to go along with it. I'm thinking back to, I hope I get the song right. I want to say it was maybe Child of Mine? Vlad? Was it Child of Mine that had that?
Child in Time.
Child in Time. Yes, Child in Time. There we go. That which also had that incredible experience of building a crescendo, building up to, through a crescendo, up to a climactic point, and it just never let go. Well, in that case, it actually had two, one after the next, to take you even further. Here, though, it's a similar thing. It's this incredible tightrope that is being walked in the music to keep us moving forwards, keep building, and never letting even the tiniest bit of slack interrupt. And never going too far too soon. That holding the reins taut so that the horse never takes off too fast. You know, it's this incredibly controlled development is what gives it its power. And it's a fine balance to strike. That's why I say it's kind of like walking a tightrope, although I've never done that. But I have the idea that there's some of this involved with tightrope walking. The fine balance of and control of not doing too much one way, not doing too much the other, and never even allowing the slightest moment of lapse in the progression. This was incredible in that regard. It really was. And I want to go back a little bit and listen to that ending again, because there were some things I wanted to say along the way, but I didn't want to interrupt it. So I can hear it does such a great job of setting up the whole scene just in those few bars, simply the drum pattern and that bomb, and then of course the guitar coming in higher up. You already feel, just as I did at the very first, and it shocked me, and it completely changed my expectations of what this song is. But at the same time, okay, it's nice. It could go on like that forever. Now, jumping ahead, let's try here. Exactly the same tempo. Drum has a few different. These wonderful vocal surges. Such a great moment. I want to say it comes unexpectedly, because it does. And at the same time, it doesn't come unprepared. It feels so organic, so natural, so much like it couldn't be any other way. But it's such a surprise. And I guess that's another thing that impresses me about this piece, is that we have these moments that are a bit surprising. Or this one, which is the first time I heard it, my eyes popped wide open. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. The drum just comes. I can't say it comes crashing. It's been participating all along. It's been pacing this. It's been growing this for us. And then suddenly I want to say it has been prepared. We've been prepared for this through what I noticed about the vocal chorus explosive surges that are cut off. It's something that has been present and showing up in this song even before this drum. I can't quite call it a solo. Maybe it's I don't know, interjection? What's the term? Break. I think it's a drum break, right? So it's the same sort of thing where we've had the drums moving along, and then suddenly, whoosh, there it is, just right in front of our eyes. And it's so good. And I guess the other thing that helps it work so incredibly well is the way the bass comes in suddenly and is active alongside, along with, or underneath the drums. I really like this spot. Nice and calm.
The last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep your silence up. No, you don't fool me. The hurt doesn't show, but the pain grows. Some stranger to you and me.
Everything is so perfect about this. And as the music is continuing, we had this sort of surge, burst, explosion, volcano with the drums. And then they are continuing, and the bass is continuing, and this incredibly calm, satisfied voice is continuing. The voice has not been disturbed by what's happening instrumentally. And that's one of the things that gives it this incredible tension and climactic feel here, that we're building up to a climax. We're building, but we're not there yet because the voice has not yet been brought into the stream of what's happening instrumentally. It is separate, and so we feel this kind of churning tumult and some tension within the emotional elements of different parts of the music. And it becomes a bit more jagged, a bit more angular here. And here. So we had to wait all the way until here for the voice to start to move in the same direction. And then with that note, he suddenly responds to what's been happening in the instrumental portion of the piece. Finally. There! Finally! Doesn't it feel so good to finally hear that happen? And all of this starts more activity. Ah! There! We're getting there. And as the voice intensifies, the instrumental part calms a bit. And then there was this, I thought it was finished the first time. And here it comes again, just a little bit of it. Now it's finally gone. Really a great piece of music. I love the way it is paced and controlled, and you feel this tautness all the way through, and this gradual intensification building towards a climax, and not giving it to us too soon. It keeps us waiting. And when it comes, it doesn't even come all at once. First, it's the instrumental activity, and then still we're made to wait. And still we're made to wait. And finally, the voice moves and steps up. I'm not sure I love the way it fades out at the end. I'm not sure. The second time around, I was expecting it, and so I was okay with it. The first time around, I was a bit disappointed that it faded out instead of, I thought that it could go even further. I mean, it was such a great setup, and I could imagine it continuing for a little while longer to a really dramatic, climactic kind of the realization of karma moment. But this, in a way, it's pulling us back. And if it simply faded out at the end, I would say, I really don't like. But then the way it kind of comes back for just a moment out of the darkness, that has me intrigued. I'm thinking about how that fits into the whole piece of music and what it's communicating and what it's about. And it does give it a kind of different quality at the end, almost like we haven't reached the full climax yet. We are still waiting. We feel it coming. And all that the music took us through, all that the song took us through, even that exciting stuff at the end, it was still our thoughts, our emotions. It was not the actual moment that I've been waiting for all my life, that I can feel coming in the air tonight. So I am sitting here in the dark, and as it fades away, and then it comes back out of the darkness. Is this the darkness of my inner self? Is this my dark side? Is this where this satisfaction and these feelings are coming? In other words, is this the coldness? Is this the bitterness? Is this the part of me that feels so justified, so right about watching this all go down tonight. I don't know. It's just an interesting way that the piece ended. And I think that it can say something in light of what the music has been through, or it can simply be just, okay, this was all about something great, but then we faded out, and to make it different, we did a little peek back in. I haven't completely made up my mind. Might take me a while to think this all through, but really a great piece. And I truly do love the way the pacing and buildup of this is so good. And I love the way it works when those drums and bass come in and then the voice intensifies later. So, thank you all. Thank you for voting for this one, for choosing it for me. I am really looking forward to what you choose for me next week, and I'll see you soon.